How's it going, YouTube? My name is Ruan the Gamer. In this video, we're going to be reviewing my team and how we did in the last game week. And we're going to look ahead to the next couple of game weeks in this video, episode 4 of FPL. And to jump right in, Mignolet got me 2 points, as well as Dawson. Jagielka got 3, Johnson got 6, Lovren with 2, both Ramsey and Bannon with 3, Hazard with 2, Johan Gabai got me 10 points, Aguero with 6, and Luis Suarez with 30 points because he was my captain. And looking at the bench, Jaskalainen would have got 2 points had I played him, Collins would have got -1 points, Morrison and Rooney both were out with 1 match ban because they both had 5 yellow cards. But the average of this game week was 40 points. The highest was 101 points. I ranked 66,000th, and I only made 1 transfer, which was really nice to get this result, only making 1 transfer. So looking at all my leagues, I pretty much went up in all of them. And what I'm really happy to see is that prior to this game week, I was about 705,000 or something, and now I am 542,000th overall, which is really nice. And yeah, let's jump over down here to kind of just review this game week. My Newcastle 1-0 away to Man U, which is really awesome. I watched that match and I went crazy when Gabai scored. But yeah, I was so happy that we managed to win that match. And Man U are in trouble. And you know, if they don't start picking things up, Moyes is in some hot water. But Crystal Palace 2-0 to Cardiff, Liverpool 4-1 West Ham. Man City and Southampton drew 1-1. Stoke beat Chelsea 3-2. Norwich kept a clean sheet against West Brom 2-0. Sunderland managed to score a goal against Tottenham. Scoreline was 1-2. Fulham kept a clean sheet and finally had a bit of a good match against Aston Villa 2-0. And both Arsenal, Everton, and Swansea Hull drew 1-1. And there were not too many clean sheets in this game week, which is kind of why I think the average was a little bit lower than most. And the clean sheets that were kept were from some unlikely teams like Fulham and Newcastle away to Man U. Not too many people expected that to happen, and Norwich as well. And some people do have Crystal Palace defenders just because they're cheaper, but you know, that obviously paid off for them for this game week. So, you know, I'm really happy that I got 69 points. That's quite a bit considering, you know, the average and the overall. And I would have definitely liked to would have played Rooney had he been able to. And I also think that fixture would have gone completely differently had he been able to play. So very fortunate for Newcastle that we managed to get the win there. And we also played amazing. So looking ahead to the future, I might bring in some Newcastle defenders and maybe Tim Krul as well, because I'm looking for a keeper change for Mignolet. But let's just move on to this next game week, and we'll talk about the team and also look ahead to a couple game weeks down the road. So I brought in Seamus Coleman for Lovren. I decided to get rid of Lovren because a lot of people had been selling him and he just hadn't been keeping clean sheets really. So I went for Seamus Coleman, and I'm going to play him against Fulham alongside Jagielka and Collins. And in goal we have Jaskalainen, and I got my 3 West Ham guys here. So hopefully all of these players can keep clean sheets and get me those bonuses, because I really need that. Looking at the rest of the team, there aren't too many sure points in here except for Eden Hazard maybe. But you know, Bannon away to Chelsea. Obviously I would have rather played Gabai, but I cannot because he picked up his 5th yellow card in the match in like the 8th minute against United. So he's out for 1 match. But Bannon away to Chelsea. Hopefully Morrison can do something home to Sunderland. But Ramsey away to Man City. You know, I can't see too much happening. You know, I can't see him getting too many points. Same with Bannon. Suarez away to Tottenham. Aguero home to Arsenal. And Rooney away to Aston Villa. I'll get into why he's my captain in a little bit. But Suarez away to Tottenham. I do think he could score, but I don't think he's going to be as influential in this match as he has been recently. And a lot of people are going to be looking to captain him or Aguero just because those are kind of the 2 big names recently. So I want to do something a little bit different, and I also think that Suarez is not going to bring in as many points as Rooney will. But away, first of all, I think they could struggle. I think Tottenham could get a goal or two on Liverpool just because they haven't been stellar defensively as of recently. And, that's why I want to get rid of my Liverpool goalkeeper and defender. And just without players like Gerrard and without without Sturridge, I think Liverpool could struggle on the road at White Hart Lane. Moving on to Aguero, I do think as well he might be able to do well against Arsenal, but I'm not confident enough to make him my captain. And finally, Rooney. I am going to make him my captain. I was considering Hazard for quite a while. I'll talk about him next. But Rooney, I really think he could do something against Aston Villa. Aston Villa lost away at Fulham 2-0, and they just didn't play very well at all. And Rooney's only selected by 13% of the people that play Fantasy Premier League, and a lot of people actually sold him for this game week. And I don't know, is this before, does this count right before and right after this game week? I'm not quite sure. But a lot of people sold him because he was out for that one match, home to Newcastle, and because of the yellow card accumulation. But I'm not sure why that many people did. I mean, he's been the main player for United, and I think he can also make something happen against Aston Villa, because if they don't, if Man U don't do well away to Villa, then Moyes is going to be in some hot water, and they're going to need to make some changes, because recently, as most of you probably already know, United just haven't been playing very well. Lost 1-0 to Newcastle. Obviously, Newcastle played an amazing game, but prior to that, they lost 1-0 to Everton. They did tie 2-2 away to Tottenham, and they tied 2-2 away to Cardiff. And they beat Arsenal 1-0, and then away to Fulham, they scored 3 goals to win that one 3-1. And something that I noticed in that trend was that they have been scoring goals on the road, and a lot of them have come through Wayne Rooney. And I think that's probably the main reason why I'm going to make him my captain. And I also think it's going to be a bit of an unlikely option because, like I said previously, these two are the main forwards that people have been talking about recently. So I'm going with Rooney, and I'm hoping that he can make something happen against Aston Villa. But here, Eden Hazard, I'm not 100% on Eden Hazard because he's not the most consistent player in FPL, but he does have those breakout weeks where he gets 18, 13, 10, 17 points. And home to Crystal Palace, you would expect him to be able to get, have one of these game weeks, which it's very possible, but I for some reason I'm just not feeling it. So I made him my VP or my VC. I made him the vice president of my team. Let's just leave it at that. So that's what it's looking like, and I desperately need these players to keep clean sheets though, because like I said, Ramsey, Bannon, I don't see a lot happening in my midfield because Morrison isn't guaranteed points either, and he might not even play. It'd be bad if he didn't play, that's for sure. But moving on, looking a couple of weeks down the road, I'm considering bringing in Tim Krul, just because I think Newcastle have the capabilities to keep more clean sheets. You see, away to Crystal Palace, they might be able to keep one there. Home to Stoke, they should keep one. And let's see. Oh, home to Arsenal. It depends on how our team had been playing in these last couple of fixtures, but I think we have the organization. If we play as well as we did against Man U in this match, we will keep a clean sheet. And let's see what else. Away to West Brom, that could be a clean sheet as well, but then home to Man City, that one probably will not be. So Tim Krul's looking at like a pretty good bet, and that might be what I go with. But really, there just haven't been too many consistent goalkeepers, so I might have to do a little bit more research before I make a decision. But another transfer that I really want to make is I want to bring in another Everton player because they just have a really nice string of fixtures, and they have been scoring goals and keeping clean sheets, which is something that you absolutely need in Fantasy Premier League. So I'm looking at Lukaku. He's obviously the #1 player. But if somebody like Deulofeu gets more playing time, I could see him being a really good cheap option because he's been playing well. He scored against... who did they just play? Yeah, Arsenal. He just scored against Arsenal, and he's been very lively when he comes in off the bench. So if he starts to start matches, he could definitely be a good bet to bring him in. But for now, I'm considering Lukaku. If any of these start underperforming, it's gonna definitely matter. This away to Aston Villa to see if I want to keep Wayne Rooney. But home to West Ham, he could be another good option for my captain right there for the next game week. But then so will Suarez. So it's I don't know. It's just gonna have to wait. Maybe I'm thinking too far ahead, but that's kind of what you have to do in FPL. But anyway, I'm pretty sure I covered everything that I wanted to cover, except maybe that I'm also looking to get rid of Aaron Ramsey soon, because he didn't play that much against Everton, and he also didn't do that much against Everton. And I think it's coming to the point where people are going to start selling him for other options, like maybe Leroy Fer. He's been bagging goals and assists recently, so that could be a good bet, assuming I don't wait too long before Norwich's fixtures start turning into some bad ones. But I might also just wait a bit to change this team. I might also just make my decisions based on how people play in like one specific fixture rather than a long course of matches. So that's what it's looking like, and my team value is 107.9 million with 0.1 in the bank, and that's gonna do it for this video. So leave a like if you enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.